Hey everyone, welcome to Love Your Body podcast. I am so excited for this season of the Love Your Body season of Dani D Fitness. So for those that don't know, I have three different seasons of basically just structure for my clients. So we have our Get Your Movement in season that's usually January to about now, so about April-ish, May, and then from May to about August is our Love Your Body season. From August to the end of the year, so about December, it is our Fight for What You Want season. So with that, I kind of want to go through it as like how I structure the Love Your Body season. So when you're thinking about it with summer, you're thinking, okay, people drinking, people partying, people just like raging, and you may be on your new healthy lifestyle journey. You're like, well, how do I enjoy all these things when I've been told to be on this diet and I've been told I have to put in the work and I've been told all these things, but like, there's gonna be 4th of July and then there's this and there's that and there's whatever. And it can be very overwhelming. I'm not saying it can't. Like I have been there, I've lived it for several years, and it's super stressful. So, what I like to instill is that love your body notion of, you're going to be going to the pool. You're going to have to get some new clothes, or maybe, you have been feeling better in your body. So you just want to buy some new clothes. And, wear everything because it's hot. And if you're here in Tennessee, it's like, the less you can wear, the better, because it's just going to get gross. But yeah. And so for me, I have always struggled with like going to the pool. Okay. So, for example, live in a high rise, beautiful pool down below. I've been there maybe 2 times. Okay. I love my body greatly. I appreciate my body. I am a strong woman. I'm trying entrepreneur, all these positive things. And, for me, it's one, I don't really like sitting at the pool and just sweating. Like that's not something fun for me. But the reason I usually don't go down there is because my ideal situation is going to be like, okay, a group of people are coming over and we're maybe like drinking, hanging out, whatever, and stuff like that. And right now, those don't really align with with my goals. And yes, people can come over and grill out and do things like that, and I would love that, but it's just hard because again, it's a high rise, it gets kinda complicated, there's, like, with the space and everything like that and whatever. So, it is one of those moments of, like, I have to ask myself, like, "Am I not doing this because it's a love your body issue, or am I not doing this because it doesn't align with my goals?" Right? And I think both can be kinda similar, and I have battled with that a little bit, and back in the day when I was first starting my journey, I mean, my legs would just chafe so bad to where I would get like these blisters and stuff. I mean, it would be awful. Like it would be so painful where I missed out on like birthday parties. I missed out on events. I missed out on a lot because I just was in so much pain and like couldn't let my legs rub together. I know you're like, oh, just wear Spanx. Okay. It's okay. Well, it's 95 degrees in Tennessee and it's humid as heck and you're X amount of body fat. You know what I mean? Like there's only so much that some Spanx are going to help with. Okay. So for me, it's like, I remember these very specific times throughout my journey where I am just like, man, I missed out on so much because I wasn't confident enough to go do these things, or I just didn't feel good in my body, clearly. And it was holding me back from enjoying my life. And I actually talked to one of my clients, a male client, the other day, who's actually lost like 100 pounds since he started his healthy lifestyle journey. And he said the same thing of like, he just got fed up and tired of like not being able to go do things and like go canoeing with friends and go do all this stuff. And like, because he just physically wasn't able to and didn't feel strong and was miserable the entire time. And it ruined so many experiences. And I think on the flip side, we look at having a healthy lifestyle journey as it's ruining so many experiences because you're not getting to go do those things. You're not going to get to go rage and party and whatever. But again, it's like, what do you actually want? Like, what fulfills you and what brings joy in your life? And I think that is where we get so confused and feel this like, oh, this like FOMO of like, man, I'm going to miss out on going down to the pool. Or I'm going to miss out on doing this, whatever. But then when you really chalk it up, you're like, I actually didn't have fun when I did that before, and so why do I feel like I'm almost missing out? So all that to say, with the season of time, what I kind of instill my clients is focusing on, one, of course, like what do you want to do? If there are things that you have to go to that are appearances and whatnot, there are ways to tackle them. And that's why I have my phone on me 24/7. If you ever have seen me in public, because I have clients reaching out to me and saying, like, someone brought in brownies, someone is doing this, someone wants me to come here, someone wants me to go there, like all these different things. And they need that accountability, that they need that help to basically be able to navigate through life. And that is why Dani D Fitness to me is so different, because a lot of trainers, they go out and live their life, right? And which is great. That's awesome for them. And then when they're in the session with you, they're in the session with you, they're present. But then when they're out of it, they're not really, besides like a check-in here and there, they're not really there for you to like walk down that path, right? Well, I try to pride myself in being there for you during that time, during those dark times of like, I'm expected to be here. What do I do? How do I navigate this? What do I eat? Where I go? It can be so overwhelming. And like, what do I wear? How do I feel? This and that. And there's so many different constructs. And like, do you wear the lower top or whatever that you see your cleavage and stuff? Because it's more comfortable. But like maybe other people are going to say something and you're like debating with that. And it's like, so I try to just bring you back to reality and put things in perspective, because I never had that. So I'm talking to myself in like three different circles of time, deciding, do I go to this thing? Do I go here? What do I do? What do I wear? How do I do? How do I be? That I felt so away from myself in my healthy lifestyle journey when I first started, that like, I had no idea. Like, what I wanted, but more so I didn't know, you know, how to operate in the real world, if that makes sense. And so, with getting into bodybuilding, I am now at this crossroads of, oh man, it's summertime and like I'm gonna miss out on so much. But then I'm like, okay, well, let's think about last summer. Did drinking on a boat serve me? No, it didn't, and it made me have a horrible birthday, you know what I'm saying? So, it's like, okay, alright, so maybe the drinking thing is, like, not having the drinks is a great thing for me, which it has been. It's proven to be great because, again, I I don't mind drinking. It is just the act of being around circles that don't serve me, and there's drinking on top of that, right? Like, I'm all for like a bonfire and having like a cider or something like that's so nice, or like having, a margarita or whatever, like on occasion and stuff like that. I'm not opposed to that or whatever. But it, from being injured and being able to do all those things, being able to eat whatever and drink whatever and all stuff, I really still stayed on a program and just ate a lot more quantity sizes. And because some of you have asked, "Well, how have you lost like half your body fat?" And all, and whatever, and all these things. And it's like, well, I pay for a coach. I have a personal trainer. I have a posing coach. I have my parents for support, in terms of like just, affirmations and things like that of that nature. I have great um, other entrepreneurs, like Spread the Positive, and Tyler Gentry with Ambition Threads, and Rondell Clark, with Face of Fitness, and the list could go on and on. Spray Tan by Shauna, all these different, people who will also live that entrepreneurial lifestyle and try to be healthy and try to be their best selves every day, that help me in that community and help support whatever my goals are, whether that's flipping a tire or that's getting up in a bikini on stage in front of 1,000 people, right? And that is where Dani D Fitness comes in with our Love Your Body like season and our community. That is what I build for my people. And anyone that's a follower knows that. Anyone who wants to be a part of accountability challenge, all you have to do is reach out to me. All you have to do is DM me, whatever it is, guys. Like I said, I live for that. And it's one of those where like I believe that there are seasons of time. And right now my season of time is to be so into my business and so into my healthy lifestyle journey that I really give it 100%, like like pedal to the metal, just freaking going, thriving. And I know people are like, "Well, you've been doing that for like the past 5 years, whatever." But truly, with having the injury and not being in the best mental state and feeling less than and feeling the sadness of trauma, and potentially maybe dealing with that more so with, my dad being sick, it's almost just like this is a time where I feel like I'm preparing for something, and I have a really good intuition. And so there's so many upcoming things, and I I wanna truly be my best for them. And I've had to go through so many different seasons of a healthy lifestyle journey to figure out what my best is. And even right now, like, I may think this is my best and I'm just, like, rocking and rolling, But in 2 years, I guarantee I'm gonna look back at this and be like, wow, I can't believe I thought that was my best. You know what I mean? And I think that that's a great thing because you continually should be fighting for what you want. And that's why it's not fight it's fight for what you want, but how I have always talked about it is it's like we're continually fighting for what we want. Like it doesn't stop. Like it continues to keep going, just like getting your movement in. Like we're not going to stop just getting our movement in when we get to the point where our body quote unquote looks the best that society had ever wanted it to. Okay, like no, you're still going to continue to move. Like cuz you want to be healthy, you want to you want to keep that, aesthetic, look and all these things with loving your body. You don't just love your body and, when it gets to be perfect, quote unquote, in your eyes. Like that's not what this is about. And so I'm excited that this Love Your Body season goes through the show, the Nashville Fit Show that I'm sponsoring with Whitney Weiser, who was on the podcast a couple weeks ago. And, that is an all female show. And there's probably gonna be like 250 competitors there. It's gonna be very competitive, guys. Okay. And I am thrilled about it. I'm not really nervous, which maybe I should be, but I'm more so excited because I'm going to get to help so many women by just me setting the example and just like being myself to help them to love themselves throughout this journey, not just when they step on that stage that they're gonna love themselves, maybe not as much in the beginning, but they're gonna learn to, and they're gonna continue to thrive, and they're gonna continue to grow that strength and grow that confidence, and then get on stage, and then even afterwards. I think there's such that that notion that people think that, oh, if you do a bodybuilding competition, like you must have so much confidence in yourself because you're out there in a bikini. Honestly, there's a lot of people that get out there that are not actually really confident, and you can tell. You can see by their mannerisms, you can see by their facial expressions. Like they are very scared of either the judging or they're scared of what people think about them or they're scared that they don't look the way they should or whatever. And there's fear wrapped all in it. And that is what drew me to it because it wasn't about, man, I can't wait to look like those girls on that stage. Like, no, that was not it at all. Like, I was more so like, I wonder how they're going to feel when they walk off that stage. And kinda after going through the workshop and stuff and seeing and kinda and kinda just picking up on a few things and whatnot, I really saw that there is such a need for body positive fitness in this sport. And I want to be able to truly help them with that and give that to them. So again, if you're listening and you are doing the Nashville Fit Show, you can reach out to me personally. You can be tagging me in your workouts. You can, please like, tag Dani D Fitness One on there, hashtag fight for what you want, hashtag love your body, get your movement in, whatever you need to do to help that accountability, that motivation, like create that community and let's build from there. And again, not keep it so divisive, and I met this girl, Nisha, when I was there at the fit show, workshop or whatever, and, fit show forum, and we both are could be very well competing against each other, right? But we were in the same class, and I was just so proud of her, and we just worked out, and I posted a video of me and her, doing our poses and stuff, and, like, that's what it is really about, is, like, I was just like how I was at Strawman, because I didn't know how I was gonna be with this, but just how I was at Strawman, I watched a girl lift, and I'm like, "Let's go." When they actually, like, got the weights up and stuff like that, I'm like, "Let's do this." Same thing with her, crushing it on stage, doing her poses, I'm like, "Let's go. Let's do this." So, it's so funny because it completely translates, and I didn't know if it would translate. I didn't know if I'd feel some type of way. I didn't know if I'd feel like whatever, but truthfully, I mean, and I'm gonna keep you guys updated on how I continue to feel, but in this prep, I mean, I'm cycling through different carbs. I'm going lower calorie, higher calorie, just all the way trying to just boost my metabolism up, change my shape. We're doing all these different things. I'm doing these workouts, fasted cardio 5 times a week. All this stuff. Like it's so much work, and that's why they say it is difficult. Like it is hard to do, this to prepare for a show, but I also haven't felt this strong since I was competing. So it has been a couple of years. And that is such a beautiful thing. And I'm so grateful for it. So I want to continue to keep pouring that into you all that, you may be in this season of time where you are going through an injury, you have put on weight, you have, whatever that is the negative in your life, going through the trauma, going through a loss, and if you are, I'm deeply sorry, and I know how that feels. But I will tell you that for me, overcoming overeating is such a huge part of my journey, and this is the part that we're in right now. And it's not even that I binge ate anymore or whatever, but emotionally eating, and that did not serve me. And it was comfortable for, a little bit of time during all this stuff, but it then became uncomfortable, right? So I really want you to know that if you do need to talk it out, if you do need that help or whatever, we are here. Daily Fitness Community is here to help you through that time. Because it genuinely, for me, like the things that have helped me to be able to tackle all this is going to PT, getting chiropractic work from Rush Chiropractic, from Be Ready PT, the Muscle Medic here in Murfreesboro. I mean, talking to, having structured workouts, a written plan to keep me safe, to have work with my trainer, once a week. Like it's just all the things that I'm doing are to create that lifestyle of me feeling my best and my strongest, and still having that notion in the back of my mind that, like, yes, I'm shaping out, yes, I'm getting, leaner and more muscular and whatever, but I am loving my body throughout every step of the way. And, you know, that is what to me feels the best, because when I was doing strongman, what happened was we got into this idea that, like, oh, well, it's so great no one judges you on your body. That's awesome. But then every program I got on, or everything I tried to do, I just felt so like nothing was really changing. My body wasn't really changing that much, and I just didn't really, like, I didn't get as big, muscularly as I wanted to, and I didn't, I just kinda looked like, like you see in the videos, like, just like a sexy, strong girl or whatever. And so I really love this season. And it's just different, and there's gonna be different times, and who knows what the next season 2 years from now is gonna look like, and who knows where it'll be in 5 years, whatever. But all that to say, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling stressed out, I get it, I've been there, but take it one day at a time. Don't put yourself in a situation, no matter who wants you there, no matter who begs you to be there, no matter what you think people are gonna think if you don't go or if you do go, whatever, that stuff's irrelevant, okay? It doesn't matter. If you're not ready, then you're not ready. And if you are trying to set the idea of, like, well, Danny, I need to step out of my comfort zone. I completely agree with that. And I try to do, like, at least one thing a week that steps me out of my comfort zone. I mean, whether that's going on a date, whether that is meeting a new friend that I don't know, but just on social media and talking to them, or that's doing a new workout, or that is doing a workout with a friend, whatever, something to step out of my comfort zone that I don't usually do. That is that is a very powerful thing. So again, wherever you're starting at, throughout this, I want you to know you are capable of it. You can love your body throughout, and you can continue to fight for what you want. So, if you have any questions, guys, as always, you can reach out to me on my website, dandyfitness.com. The quickest response you're going to get is if you reach out to me on my Instagram at dandyfitness1. Please feel free to follow, subscribe there, and as well as my TikTok, Dandy Fitness, on there for any motivational videos, any just things to keep you going, keep you feeling like your best self. I want to be here to help you. So until next time.